This is 7 News.
Tonight, a Perth tow truck driver bashed at the scene of an accident. Drag race disaster. 2 cars crash into a family home. And a life-saving dash across the country for a Margaret River baby.
From the studios of 7 Perth, Blake Johnson.
Good evening. We begin with a shocking dashboard video of a Perth tow truck driver being bashed with a shovel. The victim says the attack was by another tow truck driver. Alexis Donkin reports. 2 high-powered cars have crashed into a family home in Safety Bay after drag racing up the street. 2 years ago, a man living in the house right next door was killed when a drunk driver ploughed through the wall. Now to an update on little Hallie's story. We met Hallie and her mother yesterday, facing an anxious wait to get to Melbourne for urgent surgery. Well, tonight we're pleased to report they're in Melbourne after a desperate dash across the country today. Video has emerged of a teenager's arrest for allegedly punching a council worker who tried to break up a brawl at Armidale's Memorial Park. He tried to step between 2 teenage girls who were fighting in front of a cheering crowd.
It was horrible to watch what happened and bystanders turning on someone who went to do the right thing. And if charges can be laid against those people, then I think they should be.
Police say the 17-year-old will be charged with assault occasioning bodily harm. Another teenager who filmed the incident has bragged online that they're now famous. The state government has admitted hiring a private detective to find a public servant who leaked information during the March election campaign. The investigator has cost taxpayers thousands of dollars, and the opposition says it's a waste of money. Labor frontbencher Peter Garrett has ruled out serving as a minister under Kevin Rudd if Rudd regains the party's leadership. Julia Gillard supporters have rejected a new opinion poll showing the former Prime Minister would give the government a 50-50 chance of winning the election. As South Africans hold their breath for news on Nelson Mandela, many are starting to fear life without the anti-apartheid hero. Chris Reason is outside the Pretoria Hospital, where 94-year-old Mandela has been for more than a week. Lottery West is celebrating its 80th anniversary. Since 1933, it's given away $8 billion to lucky winners and $4 billion to community groups. Alexis Donkin has this special report.
Lottery West is the only lottery in Australia that gives back to the community. In its 80 years, it's donated to 1,200 community groups at a cost of $4 billion.
Alexis Donkin, 7 News.
Still to come in 7 News, a 25-year-old injured in a hit and run in Subiaco. Plus, claims celebrity chef
Male FIFOs.
Women can do anything.
The women leading the way on our minds.
I had no idea to be a general manager when I started out.
And balancing life at home.
I've got to apologise. It's not a question that we would ask blokes.
Jeff Parry's exclusive report.
There's no job that's off limits.
7 News Monday.
A driver is being questioned over an alleged hit and run in Subiaco last night. A 25-year-old pedestrian was hit by a white Ford Falcon wagon on Nicholson Road. A car matching that description was later found dumped on Roberts Road. A man has handed himself into police. The victim is recovering in hospital with serious injuries. A UK tabloid has published photos of what's claimed to be celebrity chef Nigella Lawson being choked by her husband at a London restaurant. Onlookers reportedly claimed Nigella and her husband of 10 years, billionaire Charles Saatchi, had a heated fight after which the 53-year-old was reduced to tears. And a bumbling thief has learned the hard way it's a slippery slope to a life of crime. After smashing through a glass door, he loses his footing on the freshly waxed floor and is knocked unconscious when a stand falls on top of him. A second robber fires his gun through the door and the shots wake the offender, but as he tries to flee, the floor gets him again and he slips right there on the way out. The Duchess of Cambridge has made her last public appearance before the birth of her first child. Kate joined members of the royal family and thousands of well-wishers for the traditional Trooping the Colour to celebrate the Queen's official birthday. Time for Sunday Sport now with Adrian Barrich and another big compliment for the Dockers, Barra.
Yes, Blake, and for their coach Ross Lyon. That's next. Plus, an anxious wait for the Hawks. Will Luke Hodge be available for the Eagles clash on Friday? And ahead of State of Origin 2, the NRL bans the biff.
Tomorrow in Perth, we'll see a shower or two with a top of 18. The Weather Bureau reckons we're a 60% chance of getting any rain, but it should only be light if we do get some. The clouds and showers will hang around for a couple of days. Rain will be mostly isolated and temperatures will stay similar, hovering just under 20. Clear skies are forecast for Thursday and Friday. And that is 7 News this Sunday. Thanks for your company. Now here's Chris Bath with Sunday Night.
7 News, the pulse of Perth.